How you doing, everybody, and welcome to Dicey Decisions, where we roll dice, spin stories, and play some if you can't tell, I am kind of sick, I'm a little stuffy, and I was even worse during this episode, so please bear with the lower sound quality, but hopefully we will be even better this next episode. So this week I'm actually going to be implementing a new thing that we're going to try to do every week or every other week. It is called our Dicey Spotlight, and this week's Dicey Spotlight, and our first Dicey Spotlight, is for the Islands of Sina Una, and I hope I'm not mispronouncing that. It is a 5e for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. It is a supplement based, and everything in it is based entirely off of old pre-colonial Filipino folklore and mythology. It was created by Lucia Verspreel. However, she is working with a spectacular, super dedicated, super talented team, and you should check out every single person who has worked on this. It is a labor of love. It's on Indiegogo. The campaign, it has 14 days left in the campaign. They are already more than halfway through, but they're not, you know, close enough for you to think like, oh, well, I guess I'll just watch it. No, donate your money, check it out. This is, you know, one of our big things at Dicey Decisions is getting the word out and supporting marginalized creators. So get a look at it. Once again, it's called The Islands of Sina Una. It is spectacular. It looks really cool. There's entire character classes. There's archetypes. There's reimagined character races. There's a whole 5th edition setting for it. It is awesome. You should definitely check it out. So, now that I have properly butchered every single word in that promo, please enjoy tonight's episode of Dicey Decisions. So, last we left our story, you three adventurers, Helga, Kat, and Soot, had all received an ultimatum. My notes are a lot of typos. Fuck this phone. You have all recurved an ultimatum, whatever that means.
Recurved.
Take two. Last we left our story, you three adventurers, Helga, Kat, and Soot, had all received an ultimatum. Leave the city by tomorrow, or be arrested and put on trial. You sought out the help of one Artur Grain, finding her a far more interesting character than you expected.
Sexy.
She agreed to help these friends of her very own Oran and Gurg if you would do something for her. You see, she was in need of employment. Your employment. To her. After vetting you in her basement, take that sentence however you will, she had decided that you were up to snuff and wanted to hire you to investigate one of her mines that had mysteriously stopped sending correspondence. You agreed to help, and Oran decided to tag along while Gurg undergoes repairs on his arms. So, you are led by Artur and her personal bodyguard Britha into the main foyer of Grain Manor.
That bitch.
That bitch that you now remember. Down one of the sets of the stairs in the Grand Hall to the hard, echoing floor before the front double doors. Britha hands Helga a small sheaf of papers with a stony glare.
A small piece of paper?
Just a sheaf of papers, just a few papers. Artur says, "Those papers are written consent from me to enter the mines should you encounter any paladin resistance."
I hold my hand out for the papers since Helga can't read.
You say I pass it on.
I've also included a map of the mine, but I must admit it is a bit dated, so they may have dug further than what is drawn there. Oh, thank you, Narina. You watch as the half-elven woman who let you into the manor arrives carrying your lightning spear.
Hey.
Which should be in your handouts page,
Yeah.
Helga. You should have a little
Didn't
thing
you
for
rename her Martha?
Did I?
that. Do you say this out loud?
I thought that your name was Martha.
And Narina looks at Artur. Oh, you've met both. I'm sorry. I have two butlers, Narina and Martha. And actually as she's explaining this, you see someone coming down the stairs and they are dressed and they look exactly identical to Narina. It's Martha. She looks down, hears her name, waves a little bit and keeps going.
But Carly, I definitely thought you were asking if Helga had named her javelin.
Oh, no.
Have you named your
So
javelin?
Michael forgot that he had...
No.
No, Michael forgot that he had named a butler, so he made them twins.
Nice.
Shh. Suspension of disbelief. I've planned everything in this campaign. This is basically scripted.
I was there for that moment of the, oh shit, I already named her.
What are you talking about? Anyway, so Narina, the half-elven woman, hands you, Helga, your lightning spear, and also produces a small rock and holds it out to Soot.
Your rock.
Hmm? Oh, I grab it.
Birds love a rock.
Shiny.
Kind of bows and steps away, and
I bow.
Artur.
I bow back.
Oh, that's so sweet. Artur turns to the three of you and seems to await any questions you might have.
I do not have a question.
So you all just stand there awkwardly staring at her.
What do you want?
Did you have any questions?
Did you have any questions?
As far as the mines,
Yes.
the fact that you're sending us there means that you have some concern. Is just the fact that it's an incredibly volatile Is it just the fact that it's a incredibly volatile substance that is making you nervous, or are there other threats in the mines that we need to be worried about?
Well, this is a substance unlike we've ever seen before in perhaps the entire history of Beconville, or maybe something lost to the annals of time. But, so that is, yes, that is a part of it, that this is a very volatile substance, and contact with living organisms usually results in very, very painful deaths or worse.
That definitely would have been pertinent information immediately.
I didn't want to frighten you away.
We don't want to die away.
I don't think you will. You fared extremely well against my drones, which do have bits of the crystal within them, albeit a little more refined and contained and harnessed.
What would have happened if your drones had killed us?
Well, they weren't set to kill you. They were set to maybe stun or maim. You may have sustained a couple of injuries. You would have sustained the most injury if you had fallen off the edge, honestly.
Cat kind of like rubs the back of her head and looks sheepish.
Soot like pats her arm.
You should look into ethical business practice.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
This is not the best hiring method.
Ooh, Soot makes a little bell noise. And
no, go ahead.
Oh, he just remembered something, and
Ding dong.
I think he would restock of healing potion. He says this to Artur.
Oh, you would need some healing potions. Sure, actually. Let me see.
Nice thinking, Soot. While this is going on, I like scoot over to the twins and I'm like, "Do you guys even have dental?"
They look at you. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
They fucking smile and their teeth are rotting out.
Do they unionize?
That would be a 9.
They look at you and they don't seem to think that you're being serious. One of them perks up. Artur says, "Martha, could you please? It would be in the storage room B. There should be some just extra health potions locked away in the, I want to say, the third chest from the left." And Martha nods, completely understanding this, and turns on her heel and kind of hurries down the hallway.
So is it fair to assume your entire house... I lost my accent for a second there. Is it fair to assume that your entire house is bigger on the inside, or...
No, that was a little thing that I worked up just for downstairs. There's quite a few extra rooms that you haven't seen, but maybe if we improve our relationship, you might get to.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
How? How do that?
Well, you, little Soot, should perfectly understand that magic has many, many abilities and possibilities, and if you know how
right. That is a baby!
Soot gives Cat like a stink eye.
Well, I was simply explaining how I got the, basement to be so large in such a confined space.
Mm-hmm.
One of my specialties is spatial manipulation with magic.
Yes, it is.
Martha, thank you. And Martha comes back with three potions of, I'm gonna say, 3 small red vials, and then one kind of slightly larger vial that seems to have a little more of that red, kind of with silver sparkles swirling around in it, and hands them to who takes them.
I will take them, and I'll give the bigger one and one of the other ones to Soot, since Soot consistently is the first one to get knocked out, and then one for me and one for Helga.
Hey!
Okay, so Soot, you now have a potion. You have 1 potion of healing and 1 potion of greater healing. And the other 2 of you have 2 potions of healing.
Hey.
Mr. Pete,
Wouldn't it be smarter if someone else had a potion of greater healing? Just because conceivably, if Soot is passed out, he couldn't use it.
Well, it's so that you can take it before you get to the point where you're passed out.
It is a bonus action to take a potion yourself, but it is an action to give a potion to someone else.
Ah, I see. Okay. Good to know.
And, we want you to be able to heal yourself not using your spells. That way you're able to use spells and heal multiple people at once.
Use the potion and use fireball. Got it.
Yep, that's exactly what I said.
Yep. Perfect. We're good to go.
Glad we're all on the same page here.
Yeah.
Now, Artur turns to the three of you and gives each of you verbal instructions to get to the mines. She explains, while this is still my property, I try to keep it as private as possible, and so the route to it is, not necessarily written down anywhere that people can steal it. So I'm telling you this, and I understand that Soot is rather sharp, so he should remember most of what I say. Is that correct, Soot?
Soot nods.
Yeah,
excitedly.
So I'm not even going to bother making up some directions because, Soot's going to remember them verbatim. Because of the fucking keen mind feature. So yeah, she gives you the directions. Basically, it's about a 4-hour ride or a 6-hour walk out of the city.
That's right. So fly, right?
Soot is good boy.
He's not a Pidgeot.
Did Artur provide horses? Was that something that we had discussed?
No.
Horse.
I'm glad Soot didn't
I
have
couldn't
to
remember. Okay.
I'm glad Soot's not the one saying the
we
one
have-
word here.
Where's the nays?
Yes, Carly?
We have Adric, but...
So that's conceivably 2 of you.
Okay,
then-
so,
Soot's
do we want to
small, though.
go... Do we want to go on foot, or do we want to take Adric?
Let's take the scenic route.
Who's
Yeah.
time sensitive? Theodric.
Yeah, no, I was kidding.
No, I'm just.
Oh, please don't misunderstand. And Artur kind of steps forward a little bit, puts out her hand. I'm not going to wait until you've done this for me to contact my people. I'm going to get on that as soon as you leave. I trust you. I'm any friend of Oran and Gerg's is a friend of mine. I'm trusting you here.
Mm.
Can I do an insight if I believe that Artur will keep her word or their word? I can't. Is it their or her?
Artur uses she/her pronouns. Thank you for asking.
Thank you. I forgot. Thank you.
No,
yes.
Totally fine. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
I'm using real dice.
Oh yeah. Thank you, by the way, for giving me a solid "Do I believe them?" I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I don't. That's my dad, Michael. I rolled a 12.
A 12?
12 plus 7, so
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Holy shit!
12 plus 7. That's gonna be a 19.
A 19. All right, whisper time. So whenever I say whisper time, the other 2 players or whoever I'm not whispering to needs to keep up some chatter as I whisper in the chat to people.
I didn't sign up to this.
So, Kit,
See,
how is the
I'm-
life?
life's all right. I'm sick. The
Oh
children
no!
infected me with the ickiness. Sneezing and putting shit in their mouths that they shouldn't. They're so bad about that. Ugh. On the bright side, my boss told me that I should take a personal day next Thursday, and she's getting a sub, so I don't have to worry about working.
Nice.
That's really good.
Yeah, I'm super excited about my day off. It's gonna be like
That's awesome.
it's gonna be like Ferris Bueller, but awesomer. Because I'm gonna sleep all day.
Yeah, I've transitioned to working mornings for the most part, which means that I'm home by 2:00 and I can take a nap and then like still have daylight,
Nice.
which absolutely blows my mind. My productivity has increased tenfold. I made Michael a hat.
Nice. I think I
Nice
figured
sniff.
out yesterday. I'm trying this of taking instead of in the morning. I'm gonna take it.
Make sure you type /W space and then my name if you're going to whisper to me.
Okay.
Type my name. Type my
It would
name.
be /W Mike and then you continue typing. You'll know it's working if a list of names pops up as you type /W
Okay.
and then
That's
start
cool.
something.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding dong.
Would this be?
So, Kit, have you had an opportunity to listen to the last session?
No.
Oh my god, you missed out.
No.
It was fucking great.
As you all should probably know, we did not have a kit for our last session. Blah, 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 blah. So we played a indie TTRPG based off of Untitled Goose Game.
TTRPG.
And it was, yes, a titty RPG. And
I love titty RPGs.
It was lots of fun, and everyone should go check it out. I definitely recommend that as a starting point, since it was basically a prequel.
Tiff, if you want to just text me, you can do that.
I'm just. I feel like I can just say this out loud.
Okay.
Would I be alarmed enough to want to use a spell that would need truth?
That's up to you. That is your decision. I've given you the information. You choose your character's reaction to it.
Okay, let me phrase it. Do I feel like there's a sense of danger with what I know now?
Not at the present moment.
Okay, then I'll let it be.
Okay.
But
Speaking words of wisdom.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. But I do rub extra ash on what's his name? Grog? No, not Grog.
Grog.
I'm
Grog.
sorry.
Grog is from a different show entirely.
I'm so sorry.
Fucking Travis Willingham just burst through the door.
Hello.
Hey. Alright, so.
Alright. Okay. Yeah, I just rub extra ash on
Gerg.
Yeah, Gerg.
On Gerg. Okay. He
extra warding.
Extra warding.
Just not actual warding, but spiritual in Soot's mind.
It's like burning sage, It's just, it just does things.
Yeah, you're smudging.
It's like OCD. It's like an OCD ritual.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he seems confused by it, but he lets you do it because he doesn't really have a proper reaction to it. So, is there anything you wish to ask? Anything you wish to do?
So, Oran, are you all right with going on foot?
I think I'll be fine.
All right.
I'm not that old. I still got a spring in my step.
I thought you were many tens.
Well,
yeah, we had discussed many tens.
Okay.
You're practically geriatric.
Look, all right. I'm just. Anyway, are you sure you're going to be okay, hon? And he looks at Gerg, and Gerg's just just hurry back, okay? I'll be here.
1 minute.
My dad.
And they have like that little tender moment there.
My dad's.
That's so cute.
Well, that's it.
This man I like and this other man that I tolerate.
I'm just waiting for y'all to do something. I'm gonna like keep making them be gross.
All right,
cute.
let's.
We go.
I think we're okay to go off.
All right. Anything that we need to do before we get out of the city, or we're just gonna go?
Ooh. Would I be able to find Hero again?
You could certainly you can attempt to do so.
I don't know how I would.
I don't know. You found Hythen just fine by running around the market screaming, "Hythen!
Hero!"
If I may, I think we should probably get the hell out of Dodge sooner rather than later.
Yeah, we did put a warrant out for our
But transport. True. I don't want to put Hero in danger. All right, no Hero. Oh wait, no, we're out of Artur's house, right?
You can be.
Yes.
Okay, we're out of So
right. You are
okay.
wished. Everyone wishes you luck, and you leave, and you walk down the lawn, the nice lawn, and through the iron gates, and
okay.
You're now in the Shine Bard.
So
Rich Peopleville.
So it rips out like one of the back pages from one of his books, and with like a piece of coal, just quickly writes on a piece of paper and hands over to Katrina. Artur, not 100% truthful. Guard dead.
Guard dead.
Guard dead.
Guard. Does this say that there's a guard who is dead, or that they're being guarded?
They're guarded.
Okay. I mean, I don't think that I would trust them if they were entirely forthwith.
But
This is as you all are walking, I assume. Not just
Yeah.
standing in the middle of the street.
yeah, we're
Oran.
walking. Yeah, we're walking. I just
Oran, you trust this person enough to leave Gerg with him?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do.
But what hide?
what hide indeed.
I'll be honest, I'm not really sure. She's a little different. I mean, she's about the same as I remember, but in some ways she seems a little...
Money gets to people's heads, man.
Yeah.
Soot nods.
Did Helga say that?
No, that was more me.
Oh, okay.
Was
Soot
it-
nods to the sky. The voices that be.
Helga solemnly nods at Soot, nodding at the sky.
Everyone's just kind of nodding as you walk. For
It doesn't make- It doesn't-
No problems.
Yes,
It
Carly.
doesn't make me entirely comfortable that in this town where the ruling families are definitely corrupt, that your friend is in with the ruling families.
Potentially kill us for test.
I don't think she would do that, but she definitely seems like she definitely seems like the kind to sell out people that no longer are of any use to her. So
Sell out, like sell people.
okay, now that I say that out loud, that sounds a little sketch.
Facetious, given the current circumstances.
Yeah, that was not really. So do you want to tell me what the fuck happened while we were out?
I thought we already told him.
Yeah, like you gave him like the lowdown, but I was like trying to give like an opportunity for a transition to
Gotcha.
like traveling.
Helga,
As we walk.
Yeah, so you give him better detail as you walk. Thank you.
yeah, Helga, I really don't understand how you guys went from being like totally cool and I'm investigating and we're doing great, and then I come in and you're both just nearly dead.
Oh,
Like-
Snakes!
yeah,
Snakes!
Are you-
lizard people.
Hmm?
There were the snakes and the lizard people attacking.
Mhm.
Wait, was it lizard people?
And are you okay after all of that? Like,
It's just a Tuesday.
No. uh,
I'll let it slide, but there's no such thing as Tuesday.
What is
In
your
fr-
in-fiction equivalent of Tuesday?
There's no days of the week technically that I've come up with. It's just a month. Every month is 30 days. So
That's just a regular day in the life of me.
I mean, in
Yeah.
Frostburn they could have Tuesdays.
Yeah.
All right. So as you all continue to debate the existence of a Tuesday, you make your way out of the city. Was that everything that you would like to do in the city?
mm,
my
Yeah,
opinion is that we should
goodbye.
leave, but I don't want to be in charge.
I also we leave.
Okay.
But also, is traveling not considered a rest? Even like a short rest?
No, you'll be moving.
Fuck.
That's
All right.
really
Well,
interesting.
let's just mosey on then.
You can take a short rest while you're on the road, but bear in mind that it lasts like an hour.
Nah, we gotta go.
All right. So,
Well-
with the still early afternoon sun and the softly glowing eye of Justine in the sky above you, the clouds from the previous day's rain already in the distance, the glittering golden band of the Sky River faintly arcing across the sky, you set off through the western gates of the city and into the rice farms that dot the countryside around the fertile lands of Dagduria. On the opposite side of the river to the south, you can see a thin orange band that makes where the Goldfall Forest begins. Ahead of you, trees and grassy hills await.
Trees.
So, you are all walking on foot?
Yes, I would have left Adric in Artur's care.
All right. So, we'll just retcon and say you retrieved Adric from the Roaring Sunset Tavern and brought him to...
I did bring him.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Okay, so you left Adric there. Cool. Awesome. Sweet. Great.
Yeah, remember I paid the guy like 40 bajillion copper pieces.
Yeah. So, what's marching order as you go?
Soot knows the way.
Who has the map?
Yeah.
Soot is the map.
He's the map. He's the map.
All right, I will
So-
be right behind Soot.
Yeah, Soot's leading the way, and I assume that he would have just drawn out the directions verbatim on another ripped out piece of paper.
Hmm.
Okay. Who's behind Soot? What do we got? What's our order?
Me.
All right, we got a Katrina, followed by Helga. Or are you pulling up the rear?
We're doing a triangle formation type deal where Soot's the lead. Makes him feel
Oh my
like-
god, goose formation.
Oh my god.
You know, there's
I
four of you.
Yeah, I don't want Oran in the back. Can Oran be next to me?
Sure.
Diamond?
Yeah.
Diamond formation. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Keep
so
it tight.
Is anyone keeping an eye out as you go, or are you just walking along?
Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye out, and I have the highest passive perception, so.
All right. I can just have everyone roll a just perception check, but Katrina is kind
Alright.
of. Well, okay. So we can have everyone roll, or we can have one person roll with advantage.
Go
I'm down.
Let me see.
I don't have anything for perception, so I'm good with letting
Yeah,
Cats
I have a
take
plus
the
5.
lead.
I have a plus 5 to perception, so I would be okay with going with advantage.
All right.
Yeah.
Go for it. Excuse me.
That would be wow.
Wow. Oh, that's not great.
Great. That's a 7.
All right,
And
it's
that's with advantage.
great. So you yeah, as you all walk, first hour, you're kind of just enjoying the scenery, and then you kind of trip and stumble in a pothole you hadn't noticed. But that's about it.
Ow.
You look very
Ow.
silly.
I'm still preoccupied with being pissed as fuck.
Yeah.
Worrying about Theodric.
Mm-hmm. So?
Is Katrina in her armor now?
Yeah, Katrina's in her armor.
Okay, good.
We'll say you had time
Just
to
checking.
change.
Yeah, I am not squishy anymore.
All right. So,
Okay.
is there anything you would like to do over this 6-hour walk?
I have my shoes back, right? Wait, did I take my shoes off?
What?
I don't know.
So, Soot, you've told us about Fena, but you haven't really told us why you're out walking other than the fact that you're looking for the star. Like, tell us about yourself. We know practically nothing about you.
So it goes on a 20-minute sermon. No, I'm joking.
I will read off like all of the shit I have on the religion that Soot follows, if you'd like.
God, that would be so obnoxious.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
you feel that like Soot has memorized.
Soot totally has that shit memorized.
I feel like Soot would recite the 10 commandments that
Soot, Soot, I don't want to know about your god. I want to know about you. Like, where are you from? What do you like?
Soot like Fena. Soot like reading.
Okay,
What?
reading.
He makes the noise of cards being flicked as if a deck is being shuffled.
Okay.
Do you like to gamble, Soot?
Gamble?
Oh, we're going to have so much fun.
Gamble?
Gambling is a sin.
Some people consider it a sin, yeah.
It's a game.
Yes, it's a game. But you get money. And maybe if you learn how to gamble, I will have to, I'll get to stop paying for all of your drinks. So I spend like a good 30 minutes just discussing different card games and different dice games and how to play the odds and just
So it, like, memorizes this, but he doesn't understand the concept of money, basically.
Okay.
Just
So,
the idea of like high stakes gambling.
Katrina teaches you a game called Blacksmith.
Yep. So money can be exchanged for goods and services.
Would you like to play a game?
Yes. Can we?
You certainly can.
Okay.
All
yeah,
right.
that's always done for games.
Blacksmith is a simple game. Katrina explains. So you pull, pull a card, and each card has a different point value, and so the highest card wins the hand. But when you lose a hand, you have to draw a face card, and each face card has a different point value, and you would subtract that from your next hand, and so you have to win 3 times in a row to win the game. And and Katrina explains it comes from basically the concept is you're forging your hand, and so every time you make a mistake or you fail, you have to do even better the next time in order to rectify your mistake.
Oh.
So, could I have the two of you each roll 2d10?
Okay.
As you each draw a card. Peter, I need you not to step on my fucking keyboard. Cat?
But he wants to also play the game.
No, he cannot play. Khajiit cannot play.
He's a gamble cat. I'm rolling regular dice.
I got a 10.
Well, you're supposed to reveal it at the same time.
Oh.
Oh,
What'd you
I got
get,
a 5.
Tiff? You got a 5
got a
total.
5. Yeah.
Okay, so Katrina wins the first hand.
Mm.
So, now you go again, except this time, Tiff, you gotta roll 1d4 and subtract that from your next total. Peter, I'm gonna fucking throw you. I swear to God.
Peter is the name of the cat.
Fuck this cat.
I
love
rolled
this
a
cat.
9
Ah!
that time.
You were supposed to wait!
Sorry.
I got a 6.
Okay. So what was your original roll?
It was 8 minus 2.
All right. Oh, that stinks. All right, so you lost the second one. And so theoretically you two would be betting this whole time, but Soot has no money.
Yeah, I don't.
We'll say it's a free hand just to get the hang of the game.
Yeah.
All right, so one more. This is game point. And wait.
I'm waiting.
Oh wait, do I still roll a d4?
Yes, you do, because you failed the last one.
What? 1d4 or 2d4?
Okay.
1d4.
Okay.
And you subtract the d4, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, let me know when
10.
you're ready. Also 10.
Oh, yeah, also 10.
Yeah,
So, 2 10s.
That's a draw.
10 for 10.
That's a draw. So the next one is still game point. And since nobody lost, you don't have to subtract a d4.
Hehe.
Let me know when you're ready. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 13.
Oh, geez.
All right, Katrina, you lost.
I thought that you had to win 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
So, Soot only won 1 time.
Yeah, you lost a round. It's
Oh, gotcha.
Time for the next round.
The way that you said it sounded like I lost.
Yeah, you fucking
Like,
lose.
yeah.
You're dead.
So it only happened once. The glass ceiling. Against a bird.
Okay. Oh, wait. Minus 1d4. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready too.
Okay. 13.
12.
Aha!
All right. You got to keep going. You got to win in a row. And you can see how this kind of game would go on for fucking hours as, guards
For
are...
fucking ever. Ooh! Ooh! Wait, I have to also add a d4. Hold
You
on.
also have to subtract a d4,
Okay.
yep.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
What'd you get?
I got a 19.
Oh, shit.
Jeez, I got a 16.
All right, so
That's
wins that
after,
round.
so that's after subtracting. You only rolled the 1 on your d4.
Yeah.
You got 2 10s?
I got 2 10s. This
That's
is wild.
dope as fuck.
Okay. I'm not keeping count. Where are we on this, win-lose scoreboard?
Well, you
still
just
have-
won one, so you still gotta win 2 more.
Jeez.
Oops, I only rolled 1 that time. 1 second.
I know this is so riveting, Kit. Kit?
Is Kid asleep?
Did you fall asleep again?
No, I'm not asleep. Sorry. What?
Helga fell asleep 4 miles back.
Helga's just been kind of staring off into the sunset.
Let me know when you're ready. Soot.
I'm ready.
All right. 12.
3.
Are we playing a dice game?
I'm sad.
Are we playing a dice game while walking?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a card game, technically.
Helga, go ahead and roll a perception check while they're doing that.
Oh, perception.
Two of you can keep going. You know the rules.
And don't forget to subtract, Soot.
Yeah, I know.
I rolled a 11.
All right. Crumpet kind of, as soon as you get out of the city, Crumpet kind of comes out from under your furry collar and stretches and just kind of looks around a bit, kind of hops down, walks alongside you for a bit, takes a shit.
I got a 9.
I got a 16. That means I win.
Crumpet.
Yay.
Crumpet, make sure you bury.
I give no money.
He looks at you and
I give Cat
like
a hand.
does one
I give
scratch
Cat
in
a
the dirt
handful of
towards
dirt.
it.
So, yeah, essentially, Soot, if we were betting money, all of the bets that we would have made after all of those rounds, I'd get all that money.
Oh. How do you add money?
Guys, help me.
You have to get a job first.
Help me convince Crumpet that he needs to bury his poop so he cannot be tracked.
What?
Crumpet. I just kind of stare Crumpet down.
He stares back with his one eye.
I like tilt my head toward the poop and like give him a stern look and try to look threatening.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
Oran is just watching this. Oran.
Whoever has their volume up too high, the music is coming through very loud.
Oh wait, let me untoggle. Ah, 6. It was good, but I re-rolled because I had it toggled.
That's why you gotta always check the toggle.
Yeah.
So, sometimes that works in your favor, though. So, you kind of stare down the cat, and he looks at you, and then, like, does one extra, like, swipe in the dirt towards his poop, and, like, doesn't really do much, and it's kind of starting to smell.
I'm satisfied. At least I got some sort of reaction.
And then he just walks and climbs up Helga again, and just, like, sits on her shoulder.
Did you wash your paws?
He starts licking himself.
But kitty, I gotta get some water real quick, friends.
Okay. So, the rest of the walk is uneventful. Peter! Jesus Christ!
What did he do this
He's just
time?
knocking shit over. Stay out. Don't bother your mother.
Oh, I have the door shut so that I don't have reverb. Let me let him in.
Before we get there, I want Helga takes the poop and buries it properly. Just to dump it. How to do it.
Okay. Okay.
For a second, I thought you were gonna say. For a second, I thought you were gonna say Helga eats the poop. I was like, oh,
No, Helga takes the poop.
Hey, everyone double check that their music volume isn't too high, because I'm getting some reverb back from somebody.
I've got headphones.
yeah, I got headphones too.
Get.
Oh, I'm gonna be in. Hold on. How do I do?
It's
that?
in your settings, and it's all the way at the top. Master music volume level.
Pee-pee, come here.
All right. Is that better?
Probably. Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Helga, you take the little trowel that you keep in your pack and dig a little hole, take a shit in it, and cover it up, and you look at Crumpet.
That is how it's done, cat.
That's all the response you get.
Ugh. Cats. Am I right?
Cats, am I right?
Am I right,
Oh.
fellas?
What's the deal with these cats?
What indeed?
Alright, so it's been about 5 hours walking, and the sun is, starting to near the you're walking towards the sun, and so you put your hands up every now and again, but the hills are getting more and more rocky. There's these... It's interesting. You've left the river behind, you turn slightly north, and you're now in just these open fields of Dagdoria. It's these rolling hills, and there's bits of rock that kind of jut up in places at odd angles. And as you keep walking, there's a... You see in the distance, maybe about coming on that 6th hour, that you see in the distance a specifically large protrusion of rocks that kind of point outward in all these different directions, and you see a wooden sign actually between two protrusions of rock. You've kind of moved into a miniature ravine where there's these like 6-foot-high walls of stone on either side, and there's a bit of a worn pathway down, maybe by some rainfall or who knows. But you've been following that down. You do see cart tracks, and you do see a wooden sign there that's kind of faded and been appears to have been snapped, actually.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
But the sign does read Dürashard Mine.
And then the sign and goes, these are letters.
All right, Helga, this letter here, this is an M. I-N-E, mine.
It's yours?
No, it's a mine, like where you dig for substances.
Oh, right. The mines.
That's right.
Arthur's mines.
Yes.
Not mines.
Exactly. You're getting it.
All right. So you continue down where that sign, kind of pointed towards, and you continue down, and Soot, since you are still in the lead, you stumble over something briefly. And there's a very, it actually super hurts your foot. It felt like you kicked something very, very hard in metal. And you look down, and you look down and you see two metal metal bars, kind of square shaped, and they run parallel to each other.
Are they? Is it the mine tracks?
Mine track.
You investigate them, and there are wooden planks. There are wooden planks.
Yeah, I would
separating
recognize mine track.
Yep, you see minecart tracks.
Could we look around to see if there's like a cart situation?
Sure. You can roll a perception check.
This is gonna be base perception. That's a 10, folks.
You do not see a minecart. However, you do see that the tracks do stop a little further down the way. It seems like this was just a way to maybe get some heavier things up and down this particular part of the ravine, but it does seem to open up a little further down.
And do we see anyone? Does it look like things that this place has recently been walked in, or?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check. Or survival, your choice.
Let's see. It's gonna be best if I use Can you smell an investigation check? A 14.
All right. You kind of look around. There doesn't seem to be anything specifically. You don't see too much. It's mostly kind of hard packed earth. So there isn't much in the way for tracks to be held. It seems the recent rains kind of turned some of it to mud and excuse me, kind of turned some of it to mud and then it dried. So there doesn't seem to be any tracks specifically, but you do see maybe about 50, 60, 70 feet down this ravine. It opens up into a much wider space. Specifically, you appear to have come to the threshold of the mining area.
All right. Check in. How's everyone doing? Are we ready to go in?
You did say you wanted to take a short rest. You could have taken a short rest on the road if you'd like. 6 hours is a long way to walk.
Yeah, maybe we should have us sit down and kind of just look around, scope our way in and out, and make a plan.
Yeah.
All right, so you sit down here at basically where the minecart is and the sign.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone, go ahead and roll a perception check for me as you sit down for this hour-long break.
I got a 10.
You got a 10.
I rolled
I got 18.
Oh, nice.
I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, so Katrina, you kind of just take a power nap. Soot, you and Helga, Helga specifically, actually Helga, you would have advantage on this. So go ahead and roll again.
On perception?
Yes, it is on your character sheet.
Oh. 18 again.
Yes, you have the, where is it? It's,
18 plus 18 is 36.
You have the heightened senses trait in your features.
Yeah.
So 18 again? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, so you super 18'd that.
That means I get to add them together, right?
No. You,
Wouldn't that be great?
Soot, you do hear something on the wind. It does sound more like moaning on the wind, but, Helga, you do specifically hear, what sounds like a man, like, bellowing in anger, but it sounds distorted.
So it's not sexy moaning.
It's not sexy moaning.
Oh, that kind of angry.
Off in the distance.
Ooh.
That's not great.
Terrifying.
This is about half an hour into your short rest.
I'm asleep, so...
So, did you hear that?
Yes.
That was not good.
It doesn't... I don't recognize, like, any language of it, right? It just sounds, like, angry.
It just sounded like just almost pained.
Oh.
Very interesting.
More like an animal that's been hit by a cart or maybe gotten trapped in an avalanche and it just is making that horrible dying sound. That's what it sounded like. But like a person.
No.
But like also not a person. It's hard to explain.
Oh.
Sandbender stole Appa. We must rescue him.
No, not Appa.
Soot, like, wants to rush in, but last time holds on to, like, Helga's arm. Last time we die.
Yes.
Let's not die.
I believe we should stay together with Oran and Kat.
Soot nods.
Oran's been kind of quiet this whole time. He's he's actually had a little bit of difficulty keeping up.
And definitely not because the DM has a cold and can't do the high voice.
Yeah, definitely not.
Huh?
I'll come up with some in-world explanation.
Toot toot man.
You can give me a hard time. I don't give a shit.
Oran's got a cold too.
Oran just misses his husband, disease.
Oh, sorry, I'm not talking much. My throat hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Sucks
Lousy
dick
Bart.
too hard.
You know, it's the spring's coming on. You know, the hay fever.
He sucked dick too hard.
What is
I don't
dick?
know.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, did you say that out loud?
I whisper it to Helga.
What is dick? Don't worry about it.
Cat is sleeping.
Oran will remember that.
So it does the Cora thing.
The what?
You know when like Cora leaves the
Like episode 2.
yeah, episode 2 where she leaves the interrogation room. Like eye for eye thing. Mm.
Oh, like doing the fingers to the eyes.
Yeah.
Like the I'm watching you motion?
Yeah.
Oran looks at you a little confused. Did I do something to upset you?
I think he is just always upset with you.
Did I do something? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Oh, did I do something? I'm sorry.
Oh, he is mocking you.
I noticed. Thank you.
I don't think he likes you for some reason.
You know, I would have really appreciated knowing that 6 hours ago, before we walked together for however long.
Oh, I mean, I think.
No, a short rest would not reset your spell slots. However, you can spend hit dice to heal as much as you need to.
I'm okay on healing. Never
Okay.
mind. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
So you took a short rest for no reason.
Fuck. Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Let's just settle in and take a long rest.
Just
No,
yeah, just
because that we'll just sleep outside of this ravine. It's fine. The moaning doesn't mean anything.
We'll be fine. Everything's fine. This is fine.
All right, so the hour passes. Katrina eventually wakes up. Oran kind of stands up and stretches a bit. Is all right. Let's be cautious, maybe. Let's investigate whatever that sound was.
Yeah.
What sound?
There's
So
a
it
sound
mimics
like
the
that.
like moaning.
As loud as
Yeah,
loud as
like-
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not be so loud, Soot.
Shit.
It echoes again from the direction of the open space, and then it's answered by 2, 3, 4 more voices doing the same thing.
Oh, it's baby.
I don't think so. Everyone be on alert. I go ahead and throw on my cloak.
Mm-hmm.
and
You like
just,
put the hood up?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, are we going to be going like just guns blaze? Guns don't exist. We're gonna go in like
No.
just
Arrows
Sort-
ablazing.
arrows blazing, even though that it definitely wouldn't have been a smart idea to do flaming arrows, but we're not going to talk about it today.
No. Sneaky.
Sneaky. All right. It sounds like there's a couple of things that don't seem like they're in the greatest mood in the world. Helga, what do you think?
So no madness.
What do you think? How do you think we should go about our entrance?
I'd walk in the mine.
Okay.
If there's someone there, tell them why we are here, and then walk in the mine. Yeah.
All right.
No.
I
Soot.
have the permissions like ready, just in case, like grabbable.
Okay.
Go ahead and summon my sword and take out my shield.
Okay.
Actually, no, I don't summon my sword. I just take out my shield.
All right.
And I guess we're going in.
All right. So you walk forward. Is how are you approaching this? Is everyone trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, definitely using some stealth.
Yeah.
All right. I need everyone
I'm gonna
to roll.
be.
Yes.
Oh.
No, you're fine.
I was
Continue.
just gonna say that I'm just gonna say that I'm behind Katrina and Helga if she's not pulling up the rear.
Okay. So are Helga and Katrina taking lead?
Yeah.
Okay. Followed by Soot and Oran. All right. So you all kind of move in this little square formation, coming forward.
All right, stealth check.
Everyone roll stealth.
Okay.
Oh, Oran.
That's so bad.
Oh no.
Toot, man. I rolled a 14.
Let me see. He gets a pretty decent plus stealth. Okay. I'll wait for everyone.
Stealthy.
I rolled balls. That is an 8.
An 8. Okay.
I have not been rolling very well.
So what do we have?
today.
We have an 8. We have. What else do we have?
Kit rolled a 12.
Okay.
Soot rolled a 14.
So rolled a 14. All right. And let me see.
Oh boy, howdy.
Okay, so they all have that as a passive perception. Okay, so let me see. We have an 8, a 12, 14, and a 9.
Yes.
And a 9. So since half failed and half succeeded, we count this kind of as a group success.
Yay.
Yeah.
Because I will err on the side of a success. So you all come forward, and you all sneak forward, kind of low to the ground, and the ravine widens out into a huge dugout area. There is a slightly to your left a spire, maybe about 30 feet high, of rock that seems to be a little different from everything around it. Maybe it was too hard to dig through, or just it naturally kind of just came like that. It eroded like that. Who knows? There's bits of rubble everywhere. You're kind of standing on a precipice that to the left kind of goes down in a zigzag down to the bottom. And as you come forward, the first thing you notice is a burnt out fire in the center of the space, with 2 flames kind of circling it. On the far side appears to be a natural cave entrance that there's some more tracks heading into with some boxes around it. Appears to be the mine entrance. In addition to that, at your far left, there appears to have been, like, part of the... There seems to be another ledge a little higher up that appears to have been encased in ice.
Uh-oh.
And there's a little tiny mini tornado just swirling around that spire in the center as you step forward.
So there's no looking like robots around, but just a lot. Is there like loose lumps of material, or just the boxes?
It's mostly wooden boxes. Doesn't appear to be any robots. Would you like to roll a perception check?
Yes.
Please do. So, what kind of armor are you wearing?
What kind of armor are you wearing?
Oh my gosh, you can't just ask people what kind of armor they're wearing. It's like leather armor, I think.
Yeah. How
Okay.
does it feel?
Oh my god. Do you want to, like, take it off, or?
My perception is better this time. 17.
All right. You do notice that in bits of the rubble that are strewn about, you do see some metallic parts and pieces. There appears to have been, on bits of the rock, it appears to have been scorched. There's also little puddles of water, kind of around the place.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I want to check the boxes.
It's all the boxes are all the way at the bottom of the ravine.
Oh, never mind.
How about
Sorry.
I just show you?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Just allow me
Hello,
one
Peter
moment,
Cat.
please. You're asking now all these very specific questions about the map.
You didn't describe where the moaning was coming from, right?
It appeared to be coming from this direction.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But, like, we don't see specifically where it is.
Not particularly. Would you like to make another perception check? You can make a perception check, I mean.
Soot would like to.
Soot would like to.
I rolled an 18.
You rolled an 18. Alright. Let me... Hold on. Let me bring you over into the thing so you can see stuff.
Okay.
And what was your question again?
I wanted to know if we could see where the crying was coming from.
Alright, so you got an 18?
Yeah.
Alright, so what's weird about, yeah, okay. So the first thing you notice is, not just the strange elemental occurrences that seem to be happening. They seem to be erratic. They're not moving in a pattern. The burnt out fire that's on the ground still has those two flames circling around it, and then they kind of stop, and then move towards each other, and then away, and then they move all the way up to, they kind of weirdly climb up this, to this spot over here, and then they kind of just sit around in this space, circling each other for a bit. And then off to your left, what looked like the place was this section over here covered in ice. It appears the ice is kind of shifting slightly.
Ooh, creepy.
Almost growing. But it doesn't seem to change size, and yet it seems to move.
Inspect the ice.
Is there anything else you would like to do as you stand on this precipice?
Wait, can I look at the ice?
You'd have to move over to, or would you like to do another perception check just to see what you can see from here? Because you haven't done one yet.
I was gonna say move over to it, but you said, wait. Hold on. The ice is where now?
The ice is way over here.
I would like to go look at the ice.
Alright, so as you kind of turn to move, I'm going to need everyone to roll another stealth check. Or if anyone's following, I need them to roll a stealth check.
13.
13?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'll follow. I'll follow Helga. I'll be back. I'll back up my tank. Ooh, 20.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Natural 20. Very nice. All right, so Helga, as you get about here, and Soot, you follow. Soot, as Helga kind of keeps towards the rocky side of this ravine, you see the wall. As Helga, kind of like puts a hand on the wall, some rocks kind of tumble down, and then the whole wall begins to shift, and this rocky humanoid form shifts out of the wall and makes a strike at you, Helga.
Fuck.
It's it appears to have maybe been a man once. You're not sure. It has these strange rocky protrusions, and where his eye once was is a glowing like deep gold crystal. And as he roars horribly.
Oh, not baby.
Mm-mm.
And he's going to make Actually, first he's going to as he lunges out at you, he's going to he lunges out with what appears to be what was once a pickaxe, but it's now part of his arm. And like stone has grown up around it and has enlarged the metal pickaxe, but he swings out at you. Boop-a-boop. And that's a natural 20.
Fuck.
No.
But yeah. So that's that. And is gonna do not that much damage. Yeah, that's 1 piercing plus 6 bludgeoning damage, so 7 damage total. As it swipes out at you aggressively.
Ow.
And then it roars at you, which causes this massive shift in the area around you. You notice over where the ice is, it seems to come alive, and more humanoid forms kind of step out of this mass that they had formed. 3 to be exact. And the 2 flames coalesce into these hulking orcish forms that seem to be like Human Torch style on fire. You can only see a silhouette of their faces in the inferno. And the tornado, the miniature hurricane that was kind of swirling around the top of the spire stops for a moment, and it seems to, you realize it wasn't like a cloud, it was more like a cloud of like dust or ash or something, and it seems to resolve itself into a shifting, moving form of a horrible pale orc. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Okie dokie.
Initiative 10.
8.
Alright, so we've got initiatives happening. I need to actually write notes. By the way, do you like my battle music?
I do like it. It's very...
I can't do it now.
Oh, sorry.
Makes me think a little bit of like Power Rangers, actually.
It kind of is Power Rangers-esque, yeah. Alright, so we've got...
yeah, I dig
need
it.
to roll initiative for all these fuckers. Alright, that's that one. Anyway, so what do y'all have?
I rolled an 8.
8 for Soot, okay. Katrina? I can't hear Katrina. Kit, what'd you get?
For initiative 10.
10, okay, so we got a 10 and an 8. And, I can't hear Carly. So I'm just gonna wait until I hear her.
Yeah. Curly.
Jesus. Oh my god, okay. Man, they all got super shitty initiative.
Helga, remember you have temporary hit points. We gotta keep track of that, because we only got that for, like, an extra hour, I believe.
Okay, so what'd y'all get again? Soot, you got a what? An 11?
What? No, I got an 8.
You got an 8. Oh, Jesus. Carly was asleep.
Aw. I actually feel that a lot.
So, actually, as this monstrous creature leaps at you, Helga, and strikes you, dealing some very powerful damage to you that does not seem natural to this human frame. And the ice to the side comes alive, and so does the fire. All of these strange elemental energies seem to coalesce into humanoid shapes. We're actually going to end that episode there. And we'll pick it up next time. So, thank you all so much for being here, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on your favorite podcast app. If you're listening to this on iTunes, please be sure to leave us a review, as always, because it super duper helps us out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment about your favorite part, and your predictions for the next episode. Our episodes, of course, are every Friday, so be on the lookout for some shorter, more regular episodes that we've been trying to put out. I hope you guys have been liking them. We are uploading on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, all those good ones. So, thank you all so much for being here. Please be safe, share some love, and tell a story. Good night.